My name is Ann McNamara, and I have the honor of introducing today's memorial service. We gather today on Florence Nightingale's birthday, May 12th, 2021, to celebrate our nursing colleagues that we have lost over the past year. I am joined by the Arizona Nurses Association, the Black Nurses Association, the Filipino Nurses Association, the Hispanic Nurses Association, South Korean Nurses Association, and the Native American Association. All of my colleagues will be participating in today's event. So we never want to forget our nursing colleagues that we lose. They're so important to us, and they're always with us in our heart. So we look forward to this next time together as we celebrate the lives of our nursing colleagues.
Welcome to each one of you joining today. We are remembering all the lives you as nurses have touched. These, your patients, friends, and colleagues, invite you to pause and reflect on all that you have experienced, embraced, and endured during the COVID-19 pandemic. We gather as a community of nurses from many cultures, traditions, and faith backgrounds. Many of you know and connect with a power greater than yourselves, whom you call by different names. We invite that presence to enter here where love already abides. May we approach our time together in love, hope, and memory. If it is in your tradition, please open your heart for a brief interfaith prayer. Let us pray. God of our creation, of all that is, we gather reflecting on our experience in the year-long pandemic, a time of fractured communication and complex grief. COVID-19 has altered our usual modes of communication and connection and cast us deep in the grief of the letting go of things we long held dear. Comfort us in this time. Fill our hearts with love as we pause to remember from where we have come. Our training, experience, belief in the power of caregiving, remembering what we have endured and embraced, and now what has become most important for the future. O Holy One, we remember anger at the injustices seemingly everywhere, fear, extreme frustration, and most of all, the fatigue and exhaustion that robbed us of joy. Hear the hurt in our hearts as we face what is now missing or altered in our lives that may never be the same and so longed for again. And most of all, we grieve the losses of our colleagues, those we know and those we may not know. We remember not their death, but the loss of a well-served life. They live on as long as our heart echoes back to us their life's melody, their laugh, their uniqueness, their spirit on fire, and their commitment to their patients, their families, community, and profession. And so their legacy lives on through us. Spirit of all, we honor all nurses who have given everything, and many times their very last nerve. May our time together be one of healing, of naming and reminding us that the Holy has connected us, has seen us through, and will continue to provide life-giving meaning in this unprecedented time. Amen.
Here's to the ones that don't ever take credit. Here's to the ones that won't admit it. I hope you know we're all thanking God for you. And here's Here's to the ones on call all night. Don't think twice about the sacrifice. Here's to the extra mile that you take it to. Yeah, here's to the frontline warriors, to being brave for all of us. You didn't have to make him laugh or hold her hand like that. You didn't have to love, but you did, just to make them all feel better, yeah. You didn't have to pray all night. You didn't have to risk your life. If everybody loved like you did, the world would be a whole lot better. You didn't have to. No, you didn't have to. No, no.
You give it all like there ain't much to it. Fire's all around and you walk right through it. I hope you know we're all thanking God for you. Yeah, there's not enough words to say. You're a hero in every way. So I raise my glass for everything that you do.
Yeah, here's to the frontline warriors, to being brave for all of us. You didn't have to make him laugh or hold her hand like that. You didn't have to love, but you did, just to make them all feel better, yeah. You didn't have to pray all night. You didn't have to risk your life. If everybody loved like you did, the world would be a whole lot better. You didn't have to. No, you didn't have to. No, no. Thank you, 'cause you didn't have to. Thank you, 'cause you didn't have to. Here's to the frontline warriors, to being brave for all of us.
Hello, my name is Sierra Holloway, and I will be reading a poem by Dwayne Yeager, MSN-RN, titled She, He Was There. When a calming, quiet presence was all that was needed, she was there. In the excitement and miracle of birth, or in the mystery and loss of life, she was there. When a silent glance could uplift a patient, family member, or friend, she was there. At those times when the unexplainable needed to be explained, she was there. When the situation demanded a swift foot and sharp mind, she was there. When a gentle touch, a firm push, or an encouraging word was needed, she was there. In choosing the best one from a family's thank you box of chocolates, she was there. To witness humanity, its beauty in good times and bad without judgment, she was there. To embrace the woes of the world willingly and offer hope, she was there. And now that it is time to be at the greater one's side, she is there. Our colleagues, we honor you this day, May 12th, and we light this candle to symbolize our honor and appreciation for you being our nurse colleagues. Thank you all.
According to the Johns Hopkins Coronavirus Resource Center, confirmed cases of COVID-19 have now passed 113 million globally, with 2.5 million confirmed deaths. And we are not done. Nurses around the world have worked tirelessly in both paid and voluntary positions to serve their patients, families, and communities. Now more than ever, nurses are called upon to meet the needs of vulnerable individuals and populations. As the nation's most trusted profession, the nurse's critical role amidst the pandemic has not gone unnoticed. The selfless and heroic commitment of our nurses have been highlighted via television, radio, newsprint, social media, and blogs. The pandemic and subsequent global recognition of nurses prompted the American Nurses Association, the World Health Organization, and the International Council of Nurses to extend the Year of the Nurse and Midwife into 2021. In recognition of the sacrifices we have made, we would like to take a moment of silence for our fallen nurses.
Hi, this is Leilani White. I am the current president of the Arizona Native American Nurses Association. Tonight, I will be calling out some of the names of the fallen nurses. Helen Nez was an 80-year-old retired nurse and rancher on the Navajo Nation. Shauna Schneider was 41 years of age. She was a nurse with Banner Health and was a Navy veteran. Valerina Singer was 57 years of age. She worked on the Navajo Nation at the Kayenta Health Center. Maybelline Shorty was a nurse on the Navajo Nation who worked at the Kayenta Health Center and Crown Point Health Center.
Rolando Clemente, an ED nurse, 41-year-old from Banner Desert Hospital, Phoenix, Arizona. Maramaluza Clemente, 75-year-old nurse of Gilwood, Arizona. She worked at Fresenius Kidney Care. She was a nurse since 1976. Catherine Hugert, 61-year-old of Bullhead City, Arizona, an ED nurse at Western Arizona Regional Medical Center.
Kathy Mather was a 58-year-old registered nurse, and she worked at Banner Thunderbird as a coronary care unit registered nurse. Ms. Mather was also the recipient of a Daisy Award. Jim Williams was a registered nurse in the emergency room department for 20 years at the Gila River Health Care Facility. Catherine Hewitt was a 61-year-old registered nurse and lived in Bullhead City, Arizona. She worked at Western Arizona Regional Medical Center as an emergency room registered nurse. Ms. Hewitt was also in the Air Force as a veteran and served 3 tours in Iraq.
Josephine Arnold Morante, RN, 58, Chandler, Arizona. Educator at multiple community colleges across Maricopa County. Mark Doherty, CNA, 60, employed at Casa Grande Oasis Pavilion Nursing and Rehab Center. Judith Crew, RN, 69, Phoenix, Arizona, nursing executive and educator at multiple community colleges throughout Maricopa County. Tara Amundsen, RN, employed at Banner and Dignity Health Centers. Tammy Scholl, 58, LPN, worked for Encompass Home Health Yuma and the Arizona State VA system in Tucson. Kathy Mauther, RN, 58, worked at Banner Thunderbird in the CCU and was a Daisy Award recipient. Barbara Pike, RN, worked at Del Webb Hospital on the Behavioral Health Unit and was a longtime member of Chapter 1. Michelle Eakins, RN, 53, worked at Arrowhead Hospital in the nursery.
Kyle Herman, 69-year-old of Prescott, Arizona, worked as a nurse practitioner. Brycia Gallegos, RN of Phoenix, Arizona, Banner University Medical Center. Salome Sally Fry, RN, worked at Pueblo Springs Rehab of Tucson, Arizona.
Lonnie Smith was a 40-year-old RN, and she was a nurse for 5 years. Ms. Smith was diagnosed with cancer during nursing school and finished nursing school while she was undergoing chemotherapy. She worked at MD Anderson with other cancer patients and then at DaVita Dialysis Clinic at the time of her passing on. Kim Silver was a 53-year-old nurse. Ms. Silver was a new graduate nurse and worked at Hospice of the Valley prior to her passing on. Rachel Nicole Lee was a 22-year-old RN. She was a new graduate at a Brizo Heart Hospital. Anita Threlfall Mays was an 81-year-old nurse. Ms. Threlfall Mays was a nurse at Banner Thunderbird Labor and Delivery for many years.
Lucille Lou May Baldwin, 85-year-old, nurse of 64 years, retired, veteran of the Air Force National Guard of Phoenix, Arizona, affiliated with ASU. Mike Sherrod of Peoria, Arizona, worked at Honor Health Scottsdale as a critical care RN. Helen Taylor, 63-year-old ICU RN, Banner Health of Mesa, Arizona.
My name is Paulette Rangel. I am a nurse, and I am the president of the National Association of Hispanic Nurses. On behalf of our association, I would just like to thank the nurses that were mentioned here today and those that we did not get to, and thank them for their service, that they continue to live on through the lives of all of the patients that they touched and saved every day. Belinda Brown, Pearl Dashi, Elizabeth Merkley Tarr, Ruth Priest, Kathleen Kathy Chittenden, Pamela Marie, Debbie Jarris, Ruth Ann Woods, Summer Paul,
Tony Herrera, psychiatric nurse from Keno Community Hospital. Gwen Lorraine Powell Albert, a hospice nurse from Tucson, Arizona. Ann Van Slyke, a nurse executive at St. Luke's, a faculty at ASU, and an entrepreneur in nursing, and founded the first Costing Out Nursing Care at St. Luke's. Susan Kincaid from Banner Tucson University Medical Center and part of the Arizona Nurse Honor Guard. Jeannie Gould, an LPN from Fort Defiance, fighting on the front lines and fighting COVID. Rolando Clemente, Banner Health, 16-year dialysis nurse. Malu Clemente worked at Banner Health for 25 years as a dialysis nurse. Heather Neminsky, an ER nurse at Lake Havasu and Fort Mojave area. And Teresa Bowman, nurse at Scottsdale Thompson Peak Medical Center. We honor all of our nurses.
If it is in your tradition, please open your heart and receive a brief interfaith blessing to end our time. Acknowledge the year of sickness, the year of death, the year of multi-layered injustices becoming starker, but do not dwell on it. Rather, celebrate the light that is emerging and seize the opportunities for newness within the light. May the one who is the living light in our lives begin to shine more brightly, provide comfort, healing, and blessing for all of our losses. And as the shadows are removed, may we know, in the words of St. Julian of Norwich, all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well.
Now we're standing on my feet, trying to save her life. Prone on the vent and sat still strong, thinking, damn, I miss my wife. Machines going off, what can it be? That woman cried for air. A child watches as her mommy spirals in despair. 'Cause life ain't always easy, but the hardest thing to do is knowing I can be there, knowing I can't save you. Save you. Daddy's getting out, he made it through the test. He caught a lucky bit. A child has his father home tonight. That's the story in my head. But the Lord knows I've tried everything I could. If I could bring you back, heaven knows I would. 'Cause life ain't always easy. The hardest thing to do was knowing I couldn't be there, knowing I can't save you. Save you. Save you.